Hello everyone. In this video lecture, I am going to discuss a structure in C. So, before introducing a structure, first we need to know what is a structure, why we use a structure, and how we introduce it. So, if you know what is a structure, it is a user-defined data type. We can say a structure is a what? It is a user-defined data type. After that, using a structure, what we can do? So, using a structure, we can define data type which hold more than one element of different type. Earlier, we read array. So, in array, what we did? Array store similar types of data type. Array store homogeneous types of elements. So, but when we are using a structure, we can use more than one element, more than one data type of we can say more than one element of different types. We have a particular keyword, predefined keyword, that's it, a struct. So using a struct keyword, we can declare a structure in our program. And using of a structure, what we can do? So with the help of the structure, we can develop what we can do. With the help of the structure, we can develop user defined data type. We can develop user defined data types. Okay, so all these are the definitions of the structure. That is the first, it is a user defined data type. We are using a structure to define more than one element which can that is of a different type, and it is used to develop it is used to develop user it is used to develop user defined data types. That is minor spelling mistake, user defined data types. Now after the definition, we need to know how we can create the structure. So before going towards, we need to understand what is the syntax of the structure. Okay, what is the basic syntax of a structure? So if you are talking about the structure, I am going to write the syntax of the structure here. You can see what I am doing. This is a struct keyword. It is a predefined keyword, and that followed by identity, or you can say identifier. So what is the use of this identifier and what is this struct? I will explain in the next point after the syntax. What we need to do after defining the struct keyword and after using the identifier, we need to create a structure for it. That is the data type 1 and the element 1. What is the? This is the variable element 1. In the similar way, what we can write? We can write the data type 2 followed by next variable, it means the el2. Okay, now we can add multiples of data type in the structure, and we need to enclose a structure with semicolon. We must need to it should end with a structure should end with a semicolon. Okay, so this is the basic syntax of a structure, is how we can create the structure. Just I am going for the example. If you are looking for the, if you are going with the example, you can understand very easily. Okay, how we can you can understand how we can create the user defined data type, how we can develop user defined data type with the help of a structure. Okay, in this example you will understand it very easily. Now I am going with one example, that is a struct emp. Okay, so what is a struct? We already discussed, it is a predefined uh, keyword in our C language. And what is this emp? Emp is what? It is the identity of your structure. So we can define our structure with the help of this identity, that is emp. After that, what we need? We need to declare some primitive data types, such as integer type is a data type and the number is a variable. In the same way, what I can write, I am going to I am going with the different data type, that is the char. What it holds, I am trying to hold the name of the employee here with the variable name, that is ename, and it is of the it is of an array type. Okay, ename, here we can store the name of our employee. Next, there is a requirement to store the salary of our employee. Salary, for salary, what we are taking, we are taking the float data type, so we can place the decimal value here, that's why we are taking the float data type. So here I am declaring a variable with the name e salary. Okay, so using this you can create a simple structure for your program. Okay, what is the important after that, you need to uh, close here with the semicolon. Semicolon should be there. Okay, after that we can say what a structure is, a collection of elements of different data type. Here we can say this is a structure, this is the opening, and this is the end of our structure. So what we can say, this is the opening and this is end of our structure. On the basis of this we can say a structure is a collection of elements of different types. This is the one type of element, second type of element, and the third type of element. So we can say a structure is what, it is nothing except a collection of element of different data type. Okay, we can say a structure is what, it is a collection of element of different data types. Okay, now after this we can say what, this emp, this emp is what, it is a identifier. Okay, this emp is a identifier. And if you are talking about the uh, whole a struct emp, what is this a struct emp, this is a what, this is nothing except a data type. Okay, so combinedly both two are the both two names, that is the struct and the emp, are the data type. uh, do not confuse here, this both name struct emp is a data type, and only emp is what, emp is an identifier, that identifying the name of a structure is what, emp is the name of your structure. Now moving towards the trying to differentiate between the structure and the array. Just go with an example. Suppose I am taking a variable that is integer type, uh, integer type variable, that is the what, AR. Here I am placing the 5 in this index value. Now what it store, this store 5 different value, and all value are of the same type. It means that it store the, it accept the similar type of data here. So if we, I am storing 10, 20, 30, 40, and last one is your what, 50. Okay, so here we have 5 different value, but all 5 different value are of the same type. So this is a type of the array. But in a array, sorry, in a structure, what we can do, we can store all these different types of data types together, and we can say we can store all these type of different data types into a one unit, that is called the emp. So this is the basic difference between the array and the structure. Okay, after that there is a question that how we can access the member of a structure, the members which are declared in the structure, how can we access it? So using the accessor. What is accessor? So here we have a dot operator. This is your dot operator. Okay, this dot operator is also known as what, accessor. So using dot operator or accessor, we can access the member of the a structure. Suppose what we declared in our structure, we declared e number, we declared e name, and what we declared e salary there. Okay, there are the three variables. Sorry, e salary. Uh, Let me correct. We declared what? E salary. Now it is okay. So how can we access all these members of the structure? So this is the dot operator. Okay, this is the dot operator. Using this dot operator, we can access the member of the structure. And how it will work? I am just trying to write some one example, so you can be able to understand how we can create a structure and how you can access the member of your structure. Here I just write a simple code of a structure. This is a similar of what I written in the last slide. Here is a main method, and we have two different types of data types. Now you have to understand this struct emp. What is this? This is just data type. Combinedly, this is the data type struct emp, and this e is what? It is a variable. Okay, so this is a variable and is also known as the internal pointer variable. Why? Because it is holding address. Okay, it is holding what? It is holding address. So you can say this e is a variable, and this is a internal pointer type of variable. Why? Because it is holding the address. Now how we can access all these members of a structure? So using this variable we can access all these members. What we need with it, we need accessor, that is the dot operator. So what we need to write? We need to write e dot e number. It means the employee number. After that we need to write e dot e name. What is e name? E dot employee name. Then after, what we need to write? We need to write e dot e salary. What is e salary? It is a employee salary. Hope it is clear. Means how we can access the uh, members of our structure. At the end of this lecture, I need to differentiate between these two names. This is the struct emp. I combining it in the one unit, and the second one is your e. This is your second unit. So it is a data type or it is a variable. How we can say? Most of the students confuse there that a struct and a struct is a structure and emp is a data type. No, a struct emp combinedly is called a data type, and this e is a variable of it. Okay, how we can elaborate it? I am writing a simple example to know the size of the structure. So here you can understand very easily between the struct difference between the struct emp and this e. Okay, so I am just writing a simple example for size of our structure. What I am doing, I am only writing the a structure what I already written in the last slide. I am only written the structure here. After that I am just writing the main method. uh, Sorry, it's a main function. So uh, in the main function, what you need to specify the a structure, that is your itself a struct emp. This is your structure. Combinedly, struct emp is your structure, and it is a user defined data type, and this e is a variable of this data type. Okay, now what you need to do, we are looking for the size of our structure. So with the help of the size of function, which is a predefined function in our C library, we can get to know how we what is the size of this structure. So we only need to write a simple printf here. Sorry, here just write size of emp. Now we can say the size must be of the integer type, so we use %d here. Okay, to store the size we use the %d here because it is of the integer type. Now what we need to take, we need size of predefined function, and we can go with two different we can go with the two different method. Either we can use the size of either we can use size of what, size of, it is a function, so size of function, what we can pass the variable name, that is the e. So after doing this we can also get to know the what is the size of our structure, and we also get to know by using this line of code, that is your what, give me only 1 minute. uh, it is only a struct emp. Okay, so you can write either variable name to know the size of your structure, or you can write your data type, that is the struct emp, to know the size of your structure. Okay,